in my pocket, don't hesitate to put your hand on your gun. That's okay. Until you get what you want. Because if you tell me to bring my hands out, okay, do it again. Walk up, just tell me to take my hands out. Okay, your gun better be out here already. What else should you be doing?
Taking cover.
Taking cover, moving, or moving in a circular pattern away from them. All right, but don't stay put there. All right. So again, can you walk up? Sir.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, now is the point. If you're going to get close,
every
get
class
close
in there has
to
been
me,
emptying
take
out.
control.
People running
Better
down
to grab
the-
and take control close, far away. Okay, take your hands out of your pocket. Okay, be ready for something to come out. All right, so be ready. All right. Also, if I'm in the bladed stance, I was hiding the gun here like this. Right, my elbow was keeping it in so I couldn't see the handle hanging out here. Right. This was the distractor. Right, I was going to try to get him to bait to this one and then pull the gun out and shoot him in the head like this. Okay, we try again. Right, here we go.
You're going to get pounced on.
Okay, where's he at? Kill zone. If my hand's in my pocket, once you get so close, leave it in the pocket, gain control. All right, so just sweep off to the escort position either way. So if he gets in here, okay, even if the gun's here, what can he do? In other words, if the gun's over here and I start to bring it out and he sees my hand coming out, as long as he's here, what can he do?
Take it straight to the ground.
He can face plant me, and that's probably going to be one of your better options. But what else can he do? Draw your weapon. Why can he do it now? Because his gun side's away. So hold on, grab on. Okay, now as soon as you see this, I want to see if you can either push me off. Now the push off should be against his shoulder, away, draw your weapon if you're going to go for your weapon. Okay, that does two things. Because once I go here, push, okay, a little bit faster than that. Come back. Now, the push, I want him to spin me. I want him to spin me around this way. So it makes it hard.
Knock him over this time when you push him away.
Yes.
Be serious about this.
You know, that's fine. Because once he pushed here, now push. See, right there, he gets the chance to at least get a couple rounds off. It's still going to be a gunfight. There's no getting around it. Because you can't approach everyone and get them thrown out on the ground. It just doesn't work that way. All right, same thing here. Okay, in this position. All right. Okay, what's he need to do? He needs to be out of the kill zone because he's coming right up in front. Get beside me, control me there. Because he would have got me there again. Okay, watch. Get beside me. Okay, right here. Because as soon as I go here, that's what he does. See, if I'm too close, you either have to grab on or push away. Those are, if he grabs on, you got to take me down. Take me down hard. One guy we had, he brought the knife out, but he went down so hard, the knife went skidding off across the pavement. That's what, because when my hands go down, it's hard for me to hold on to the gun. Because I put my hands out and it goes, all right? Ready to get?
Okay.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Now, in that case, it probably would have been better what? Hold on tight.
Stay on you.
Hold on tight or take me down backwards. Okay? Because as soon as I start doing this, grab on, take me down, sweep me down, throw me down. If you can break my balance, that works pretty good. Okay. Now, so what are you seeing now? How tough is this? It's real tough. Because most of the people you contact are not going to have guns, and when you come up against someone that does have it, take him to a position. Okay, now, if he suspects I have a gun, first thing I want him to do is to have me face away from him, and then I can go to the interlace. Okay, so the first position, what's that do? Okay, okay, go ahead and tell me to turn around and put my hands out first. Put the hands out first and check what's inside them. Fuck you! Okay, what was his first clue? Something was wrong. I didn't do exactly what he asked me to do. So that should be a warning right there. Okay? Now, if you're going to move close, move close, because this is the time that you can get to the interview position right there. Now, see why this is better? Because from here, he has the option of coming in and grabbing onto me, real close. Okay, too far away, it's like on a traffic stop. If your car's parked too far, you're going to get shot on walking up or going back. So there's like a distance that's too far away. Also, let's put it back into it's a knife. If the knife comes out here, he has a choice of grabbing on or pushing away. So don't get so far away that once you say take your hands out, they go and pull the gun. All right.
Sure, take your hand. Remind your back.
Okay. Put your hands out. Let me see what's in your hands. Keep them away from your body. All right. Now what?
Turn around. Palms back. Spin your fingers. Thank you. Put them behind your back. Interlace.
Is this really
Turn
necessary?
around.
Okay. Now what's the problem right now? Okay. If the gun was behind my back, I've just created the opening. Okay. You can see by going here. Okay. If it's behind my back and you allow me to bring my hands behind my back here, right, and I turn the face away from him, now I can't see what my hands are doing. Okay, also another danger sign. So get the hands away from the body, okay, and I would escort the hands into position. That way if there's something back here and they grab onto you, you can do what? Grab it and control. All right. Ready?
If he does this down the street, I just flatten that one up.
All right.
Be broken.
Let me see your hands, please.
What's the problem,
Turn
officer?
around, sir.
Hey,
Sir, turn around.
what'd I
Let me
do?
see your hands. Let me see your hands. Palms back.
Okay, now what else can you do right here? No, I mean, this is just, we're going into a frisk, there's not, maybe not even a crime. He has risk factors, we're giving him that. Risk factors, so he can even just pull up my jacket and check before he even has to put the hands in, he'll see it. All right, but if he goes to this position, the interlacing fingers, okay, that's gotta be the control point. If not, you're screwed. This is where you wanna get, to hold on to him. All right? Because if the weapons, imagine that the weapon's right where my hand's at right now.
Come this way, sir.
Okay, go help him.
Is this your backup? Backup. Officer Groves, you're taking him outside.
Sir, let's just cooperate and make things a lot easier tonight.
Oh, he thought about a gooseneck. Finally.
Oh, they don't know gooseneck yet. That's why they're thinking about it. Oh, look where he's at. Look where he's at. There you go. There you go. One's going forward. One's going backwards. That's what we call the pig pile.
I am relaxed. It's really at him. Sir, calm down.
Sir, calm down. Let's make things a lot easier.
Okay. Okay.
Try to get a thumb.
Uh-oh. Thumb already. Close?
What do you guys want me to do here?
Put your hands up, sir. Put your hands up and calm down.
All right, well, okay, there you go. Okay. There's my hands. Okay, now what do you want?
Okay, turn over around your stomach.
Well, it's kind of hard when you're both leaning
This
on
is
me
going to be
like this.
interesting.
Which way you want me to go?
It's called the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Oh my gosh, he lied. He lied.
Sir, just relax.
Sir, it's gonna make things a lot easier for you if you cooperate.
I am cooperating. You told me to roll
Okay,
over.
put your arms
Okay, you're out. Okay, you're in. Don't muscle, don't muscle.
Mr. Muscles
out.
here.
Put your left hand out.
Sir,
Put your left hand out.
What for? I just thought he was trying to introduce me to.
Oh, okay. He's gonna shake.
this officer's
He's gonna shake hands with you.
Sir, put your hands behind you. Oh, he's going for that. Watch it now.
Oh. Okay, relax. Come on in. Just gonna rotate out here a little bit. Okay, you're gonna by yourself for a while. Go.
Oh, not alone, officer.
Okay.
Please, lay on your stomach.
I think he deserves some fresh squeezed orange juice this morning. If you know what I mean. Hold on to him. Hold on to him. Uh-oh.
Oh, sir, don't hurt me, please. I feel like Rodney King. Oh. I'm not resisting, I'm just here.
That's it. Uh-oh. Well, he's close to the guillotine. I don't think he fits.
What do you guys want, huh?
Put your arm behind your back, sir.
I don't think so.
Sir, stop resisting.
I'm not resisting.
Put your arm behind your
Give me a
back.
hand, sir. Give me a hand.
Okay, don't fight each other. That's it. Oh.
He's going, take him.
I think he likes you. Oh.
Sir, relax. Sir, relax.
I'm very relaxed, sir. Officer, sir.
Get your hands up. Oh, don't block low. He's going to go high. All right. 15 seconds. Scores tied. Scores tied. Chavez.
Let me help you up, sir.
Sticks.
Huh? Why not?
You could bring sticks.
Hey, in any fight, you never know what's going to show up.
That's true.
That's right. We're in the city of Burien here, man.
A beer.
We're close enough, too. Close enough, too. Ready? Whoosh-ah, man. Why, are you teaching?
If he's not here.
Oh. Firefight, yeah. I know. That's okay, they all work for us. Olympic wrestling trials. I don't think so. Thank goodness you taught him a lesson. Robert's good on the ground. The guy on the bottom.
Is he?
Yes, yes. Trust me.
Drake's like a.
You'll see like an arm bar or a choke.
I don't know.
Last time I wrestled him, I got him down and then he did choke me out like that.
No, I mean the guy on the bottom.
Oh, that's what I said.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like he just let me get him down and then he choked me out.
Oh, watch the ankle. See, that's a strong position right there, though. I mean, that's where he likes to be.
That's why I went there.
Yeah.
But Drake threw him down there like that. What do you Take down.
And then we have the mating call over here.
First time was close.
Really? You saying that from personal experience?
Huh?
You saying that from personal experience, sir?
No, I'm not.
What's, we were talking about what happened at cell number 4 on the 19th floor. Billy Ray Valentine. Yeah, sure. That's what they all say. Yeah, don't make him hurt you, man. Oh, it's over and under. Over and under. Finger, finger, fingers. Had a good toss. We used to call that 2-on-1. Is that it?
You know, Donnie takes us home and studies them, so when he does spar with you guys.
That's right. He's a little short for that. Yeah. He's a little short.
I think I filmed another one.
Go to your back, Ruben. There you go.
As a wrestler, you don't want to go to the back.
Go to your back sooner, Ruben.
See over there.
It's a headlock for about like 10 minutes here. You're going this way. And this is good. You just kind of want that. That's good. Occasionally I'll do those, but the leg kicks are so much quicker. By the time they, as soon as I see any movement in there, like that, boom, I'm popping for that other leg. I can block. He comes with the roundhouse, let's see right here. Just like that. That knee's broken. Not, so he's going to think about it before he does it again. I won't kick again.
425. But the one we got is, because we got kids and all that, we got the extra heavy duty, super duty type.
I got the super, there was normal, super capacity, and super plus capacity.
We got the plus.
I got the super. I don't think I got that. Well, maybe I did.
I did. You put too many clothes in there, it doesn't clean it as well.
I went on basically.
I'm going to assign Samorian Hall to clean it up before I go.
In leaps and bounds since I've been here.
I do. I have the stir-fried chicken salad. You're gonna brave the mushroom burger?
Okay, I need some medium well. Is that okay for you today? You got it. Cameraman.
That's funny.
This is yours, man.
Sit next to Doug.
You know.
Oh, you do?
Everything
Stood up, I looked over and go, what is she wearing? See, for graduation, she had one color of pants.
That's why she so literally helped me get dressed.
To her sister, you don't match. Shut up! I haven't done anything to you. Shut up!
Tom said you couldn't tell.
We need to get her a little thing on it. I need help getting dressed.
Can I have those little sticker tags that show which ones match?
For animals.
For animals.
And you're wearing a lion and a bear.
All right, you can just consult with Samori. He'll help you out. He's a local expert.
I'm getting dressed? Why?
Hey, the heat is supposed to be coming on in our wall. And the door, this thing. Apparently the igniter went out and nobody ever bothered.
Because I'm defrosting my locker tonight.
I'll tell you what, I put on my shirt in that locker room. I thought, I was like putting on
I know that click. That's yours of training. You're going to start to pick this up.
As you're going quite hard yourself, you want it.
What's that?
Garlic or cheese dip.
Machismo's mouse.
Yeah, thanks anyway, Becky.
This is a real idea.
I don't think so, Becky. Thank you, though, Becky.
My name's really Susan. I just have a wrong name tag on.
Good.
Susu? What's your real name?
Susan. Very good.
Diane Downs used to work at a Red Robin.
You're Ruben.
He's been under a lot of pressure.
Look what you guys have done to him.
Yeah, I know.
So you're going away, you're leaving this madness?
I'm actually leaving this madness, yes.
Now you know why.
That was very inspiring.
Yeah.
Supposed to be saying something.
Yeah. Red light is.
I'm afraid that if I say anything, I'll get too emotional. I was told once that I shouldn't get emotional around cops. So,
If you say something sensitive, they're going to slam you anyway. That's what happens to being a nice guy.
I know, to being the warm, sensitive, caring
Say
guy
something
that I
mean,
am.
get it over with.
You guys be nice to Mike.
Why?
He's gonna need all the help he can get.
Brad,
Mike.
they're coming up behind us.
You're done for.
Actually,
it's good to see
it's been a good time. It's been great.
No?
Getting to know everybody here as well as working with you has been an inspiration. I now understand why we have training.
Why we rotate people in and out of here.
Yeah, you know what? It took him a little bit longer than most to get burnt out, though. That's the neat thing about it.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't say much for you, does it?
I know. I'm a slow burner. I'm beyond burnt, you know. Now they're just afraid to get rid of me, you know. Afraid I'll go Academy on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's already going Academy. Have another one for the road. Yeah.
That one will be priceless.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, the Des Moines Red Robin Restaurant. We have a young gentleman here that does not have a birthday, but he is leaving the company that he has been with for the past, 4 years. Oh, yeah. We'd like to sing him a nice little song.
Oh.
For he's a jolly good fellow.
For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. Which nobody can deny. Which nobody can deny. Which nobody can deny. Hey! He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. Which nobody can deny. Hey! Mazel tov for whatever they say. Now, what were you saying?
That's why they were singing me the song.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. We all work for the Czech fraud division.
Yeah. Okay, triangle drill. Triangle drills. Triangle drill basically is one method to zone out of the kill zone. I want you to picture a V in front of you or a V behind you, and you're going to step outside with either hand, both hands up, where you're stepping from one side to another. One side to another, making sure that you clear the kill zone in front of you. If you're going to block, try to block, preferably with the hand that's closest to the thread, which would be the same foot that you step with out in front of you. Okay? And there's a distinct pattern that you should hear. Okay, that's the male triangle. In female triangle, you're stepping back again at a V with your hands up. Again, I'm getting away from a punch, getting away from a kick. Try to be light on your feet. Just don't move your feet. That's not the movement. It's moving back out of the way. Okay, with your hands up. Okay, that's triangle drill. Second part of the male triangle drill will be stepping offline and sweeping. So start in a neutral position with your hands up. Step outside, sweep with the back leg. Again, step with the outside sweep. Step and sweep. It's critical that you get your body out of the way, such as someone stabbing you with a knife, and then allowing it to come by as I deflect with my arm. My arm can deflect with the front of my arm, it can deflect across, or I can deflect with my shoulder. Either side. Alright, that's the step and sweep. Right, then you could have a partner would come up and put their hands in front of you, and you would step to either side of their arms. So you would put your hands on either side of the arm, and you would step and sweep. Step and sweep. Step and sweep. Step and sweep. You can add the person pushing you into your chest, and every time they push, you deflect it by, deflect it by, deflect it by. All right, back falls. Back falls basically protect the neck, the head, and your body from hitting. With falls, number one thing you want to remember is you want to get as much surface on the ground at one time. So as I fall backwards, I don't want to reach with my hand and reach backwards and break my wrist. I want to be able to fall and break the fall with a rolling motion. So as I go backwards, I will fall without slapping the first time. And come back up. I can add a slap. That's good on a mat. But on the ground, slapping could hurt your hands. So basically, just roll and come back up into a shooting position. So we start off with the recruits first in a seated position or laying on the ground here. They can slap to see how it feels on the mat. Have them sit up, roll back and slap. Have them go up to a kneeling position or squatting. Then they would sit and slap. Then you take it one step higher, which would be from a standing. You would go to kneeling, sit, and slap. After they perform this going backwards, then we would take out the hands and just do the fall with their mock guns out to where when they fall, they point the gun at the target. All right, we'll roll back and come up. Second portion of this would be having someone lay down and you would fall over the back of them. So you'd have them lengthwise, put their butt, and you would go backwards, fall over it without slapping. You want front falls?
Yeah, just
okay.
Just for.
Okay, front falls. Basic position on the mat, pretend like I'm laying on the mat here, that my hands create a triangle, my ears will turn to the side, I will get up on my toes to keep my pelvic area off it when I fall, and I would use this to support my face. Again, you want to get your body to the ground without injuring the small parts, such as your hand. So, as I go down, my feet will sprawl out behind me, and I will land on my forearms. All right, from the front view first. Okay, side view. Again, I get close to the ground first by bending over at the hips. I've already cut the height in half. So get low, it's almost like a dive, then feet sprawl out. Turn my head to the side, support my head. You make sure that you support your toes and then let yourself down instead of just slamming your stomach down because it can knock the air out of you. Okay, again we'll look from the back. Here. Okay. That's front fall. You should fall almost in place. Okay, rolling fall. Rolling fall should start from a kneeling position, gun side back. Front knee up, other knee is out, 90-degree angle. Okay, you don't want them to put them together. Okay, out to the side, push off your front foot, roll across the front of your shoulder, across your back to your right hip or the gun side hip. You should roll through and then come back up to a squatting or seated position for shooting. So again, I'll start off with my hands here, roll through, end up in the same position. Okay, end up here. Okay? Okay, here, roll through, and end up in a kneeling position. Okay, once you get good at that, you would stand up. Also, place the hands towards the ground roll through, and end up. Pretty much in a firing position at the ground. Common mistakes in falling would be turning sideways on the rolling fall. That would mean when I begin to roll, I turn my body sideways. Okay, like this. Okay, easy way to help the student negate that problem would be putting this hand on the ground, forces them to roll more forward, and then letting the other hand go through. Okay, that can help. Okay, a proper officer stance. I should be at least arm length plus a knife blade away. His arm length. So if he extends his arm, I want at least one arm length plus a knife blade in distance. 45-degree angle, not in front of him in the kill zone. My hands up, bladed stance, gun sight away. This way, if he's looking or asking for ID, you have ID. When he looks at it, I can go ahead and check and scan what's in his pocket. All right? If he starts to bring something down I don't like, okay, this is a better position to where I can take control of the arm or come in or take control and push and go to my sidearm. So, better position, hands up, be able to look where he's going to grab. Obviously, if he's left-handed, I don't have to check the arm here. Okay, whoa, with a partner, what do you got? Okay, go ahead and bring it out. I still have some control over the person as they're checking. Okay, kill zone in front of Don here would be directly in front of him here. As he puts his arms out straight in front of him, just about right here is where he'd want me to be if he's going to attack me. He has his feet, he has his knees, he can punch me, he can elbow me if he grabs it getting close. So this is where I do not want to be, and that's in the kill zone in front of him. Right? Again, our stance could be out here, or our stance could be out here. Okay, triangle, strongest geometric shape. If you look at the feet position here, if his feet are square and I push him back, he'll automatically take one step back to support himself. To get a good base, that's what he needs. He needs a good stance, kind of like he's playing football, baseball, basketball, racquetball. Here he has all of his weight over his hips, and he's able to move and be agile. Okay, distance, we have three distance. Okay, we have close, which would be in almost grappling. We're able to knee, elbow, or takedowns, grappling on the ground. Middle range, where we can both punch, and we could probably both almost kick, but we're just almost at the edge of the beginning kicking range. Then long range would be baton. I have a baton. I want to keep the distance, or kicks, long kicks away, right, to where we have to extend beyond our normal range. Also, OC could work, or firearms, but firearms or OC could be any range depending on the combative range that we're fighting in. Okay, balance, we already talked about balance. You need balance to be able to do the techniques, because if I fall down, then obviously I can't control the person. To control his balance, I need to have balance. I need to have good body mechanics. That means if I'm throwing a baseball, I'm just not throwing it with my arm. I put my body behind it. Just like if I'm hitting someone with a baton, same movement. Or if I'm punching, using my hips to hit with. Another concept would be pain compliance. Anything I can do that would cause pain enough for him to comply, that's a category that we fall within. Even something as little as pinching underneath the arm, gooseneck, could be a distraction technique, knee to the thigh, elbow to the back of his tricep. I'll apply the pain until he complies. That's why we call it pain compliance. Okay, sensory overload and distraction. If he's really strong-arming me here and I can't get him, okay, I may distract him here, all right, or an elbow to allow me to flow to another counter joint, or be able to distract him long enough that I can get in to use the pain compliance technique. Zoning, we already talked about, zoning out of the kill zone to where we don't allow ourselves to be in the optimum position for him to hit us. We want to be right outside the kill zone. In the escort position here, we're in a pretty good position. He can still assault me with his legs. He can still assault me with his other hand, but he has to bring it around to do it. Okay, prepared, not paranoid. That's being tactically ready to where I'm not walking around to every car with my gun and full of gun as I come up to a vehicle and I know the 5-year-old is going to kill me, so I keep my hand on it. If you're prepared, you don't have to act like you're paranoid because you're prepared for the situation. Awareness. Awareness begins when you have to start developing your police radar to where you develop what's happening around you. We did a study in England where they put 10 police officers, 10 criminals, and 10 regular civilians in a room, dressed them all the same. By the end of about an hour, all the criminals could figure out who the police officers, who the other criminals were, and who the civilians were. In an hour, the police officers could figure out who the criminals, police, and civilians. And guess what? The civilians couldn't tell who anyone was. That's how you have to develop your awareness to where if you walk into a dentist's office and you think about, well, what would I do if the place got robbed? Am I packing my backup weapon? Do I have my ID? Do I have my handcuffs? What would I do if someone came up and stuck a gun in the window when I'm driving down the street? Those are all things that you would think about using awareness. And when you go to patrol, again, approaching a building, awareness of what's happening about you. And that also goes back to being prepared, not paranoid. Okay, pre-attack indicators, early warning sign, conspicuous ignoring. That would include you're talking to someone and they're not responding to anything you're saying. All right. So an example would be, I'm talking to Don Davis. Excuse me, sir, can I talk to you? Excuse me, sir. Sir, can I talk to you for a moment? What are you doing behind this building here? It's 3 o'clock at night. Okay, he's obviously ignoring everything I'm saying. That is a pre-attack indicator. All right? Repetitive inquiring. If I ask him his name, yeah, excuse me, sir, can I get your name?
What'd you stop me for?
Can I get your name?
What'd you stop me for?
If I get your name, I won't talk to you about it. Again,
what did you stop me for?
He's repeating the same thing over and over because he's thinking about where he's going, an excuse. He's kind of an old brain. He's trying to decide what he's going to tell me that seems like a logical excuse, or he may be preparing to attack me. So he's just rerunning the tape over and over in his mind, giving it a chance to think about other things. Okay, excessive emotional attitude. This one's easy, right? I come in the front door of the DV and the...
Hey, what are you here for? What are you here for?
I'm here to check
What
on your
happened?
life. I need to talk.
What happened here?
Are you okay?
What are you doing here?
Okay, he's obviously so emotionally overloaded that he probably at this point doesn't even realize what he's doing. So if the person is blowing up in your face, that's clearly a sign that it could be a pre-attack indicator. Okay, looking around. Okay, I'm talking to him, so what are you doing behind the building here?
Just looking around. I mean,
any reason to be back here behind this building?
Well, I live around here.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, what's he looking for? He's looking for escape routes. He's looking for potential witnesses. He's looking for backup. He's looking for weapons. So if he's looking around, he's not paying attention to you. You need to take verbal commands of him, tell him to pay attention to you. You may want to have your backup, get there a little bit sooner, and maybe you check the escape routes because he may be getting ready to flee. Ceasing all movement. If I'm talking to the person and they've pretty much vapor locked on me here, excuse me, sir, what are you doing here? Do you have any ID on you? Excuse me, sir. Again, he's ignoring me, but he's also frozen. This is a potentially very dangerous person. So again, he's not reacting to what I'm saying. This could be the pot that's not boiling, it's building up steam, getting ready to do something. Okay, violent history. Obviously, if we've been to this person's house 10 times before and he's fought us every time, that's a violent history. We can up our use of force because if we've been there 10 times before and as soon as we open the door, they punch us in the face, we're going to take steps to protect ourselves before that happens again. Also, if the person's drunk, First thing that you lose when you've been intoxicated or you're intoxicated is your inhibitions. All of a sudden that 6'6" police officer really doesn't look that tough. So make sure that you realize that when someone's drunk, sometimes your decision-making skill is truly poor. And yes, but take advantage of the poor balance and the uncoordination that can work to your advantage. Unreasonable. Unreasonable could be something as simple as, excuse me, sir, can you step from the car?
What for? Why do I have to step from the car?
You step out of the car.
No. When I step out of the car, I have to move and rumple my clothes.
Well, sir, I need to step outside because I need to check you. All right.
You know what? They cost
help
me
me
a
out.
lot of money, and I'm not making that much money right now. And you're
If you
costing
step
me
out of
a
the
lot
car,
of
we'll
money
talk
right
about
now.
it. Okay, again, we're asking them to do something that would be reasonable, that if we need to check something in the car, check the grab reach areas, we're asking him to step out of the car. If he doesn't want to step out of the car, that could be a pre-attack indicator. Total cooperation, or as I call it, the Eddie Haskell, right? I'm talking to a person, good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
What are you doing behind the building there?
Just looking around, officer.
Just looking around? You have any other excuse for being here?
No.
No?
Just,
Well, you know, it's kind of suspicious that you're behind here.
Well, do whatever you want me to do.
Okay, he's just too damn happy to see me. That's a warning sign that probably something else is going on. All right, the person that's too happy to get the ticket, I worry about. So if you get too much cooperation, that could be a pre-attack indicator. Okay, pre-attack postures. I've approached a person and he's going to demonstrate, I'll go ahead and have him stand right up here. He's going to demonstrate a handset. I'm talking to the person here, and all of a sudden he's talking to me. He may be smiling in the face, but you know what? I noticed that his fists are clenched, all right? So I'm talking to him, that's a pre-attack posture, the clenched fist. Don't worry about what's going on with the face, pay attention to what the body's doing. The voice can lie, but the body language generally will not. So we have a handset, okay? We have shoulder shift, to where his shoulder's pulling back one side or the other, to where he's cocking it back to get ready to hit. All right, so if I'm too close and the shoulder comes back, that's pre-attack posture. All right, head drop. Head drop may be the last thing you see. If you're talking to the person and they're looking right up at the top of their eyes with you, all right, that means get ready. It's like the bull getting ready to charge. So you see the head drop, get ready to go. 1,000-yard stare. 1,000-yard stare is where the person is looking right through you. So if I'm talking to him here, he's looking right through me, even while I'm interviewing him. It's like I'm not even there. Okay, a lot of mental patients may fall into this category. Someone that's contemplating suicide. So if you see these, I consider this to be a very dangerous person. They're probably someplace else at this time, and they could be potentially dangerous. Target glance. He keeps glancing at my nose, keeps glancing at my sidearm to see how I'm carrying it. Again, target glance means he may be looking at what type of holster I have to see if he can get a hold of it. He may be thinking about where he's going to punch me in the nose, right? He may be sizing me up. So target glance, especially to the gun, could be potentially dangerous. Bladed stance. I'm talking to him, and all of a sudden he's blading his stance. Everything else appears to be normal, but he's taking somewhat of an offensive stance. Especially if I try to move around and he keeps tracking with me. All right, at this point, go ahead, sir, to stand still for me. All right, I want to try to take a little bit better position. All right, because he's already in a good position to negate me if I'm trying to get in and grab onto him. All right, so those are pre-attack postures. Difference between defensive tactics and self-defense. Primary difference is one, with self-defense, we're not concerned with injuries. Our main goal is to injure the person to stop them from attacking us. The goal of defensive tactics is to control the person or take them into custody. Two different goals. We may injure the person during defensive tactics, but that is not our main goal. Main goal is to control. Also, with defensive tactics, we're responsible for going up the force continuum and back down the force continuum. If I shoot someone, they go down, now I have to go back down, cuff them up, call for aid. With self-defense, not really my consideration. So, defensive tactics, self-defense, major difference, injuries, and the goals. Handles, right? As if you look at me standing here, potential handles to grab onto. My hair, my head, hooking my head, grabbing my clothing. Any clothing, especially jackets work well. Grabbing my wrist, hooking my arm, grabbing me around the waist, grabbing me around the hips, leg, matching the grabbing tool to what you're grabbing is important. If I grab around someone's thigh with my hands, it's basically too strong for me to hold on to. I may have to hook it with my wrist, or grab it with the bend in my elbow, or hook it with my leg. Also take advantage of what the person's wearing. Obviously, if they have baggy pants on, that could be a good grabbing tool. A belt. I wouldn't grab onto the ears, and the ears have a tendency to come off. If you're grabbing someone, you need to understand how the bad guy will respond to you grabbing. So we have a couple release mechanisms. Okay, we have a cross hand grab, and we have a same side grab. So cross hand would mean the person's grabbing across. Right? Same side would mean he's grabbing on to the same hand either side. Okay, this is same side, this is cross hands. All right? We'll start with cross hand grab first. As he grabs, I'm zoning, coming over the top, going straight down on top. All right? He grabs, come around, straight down and grab on. Okay? Now, using the zoning principle, when he grabs, here, I'm stepping, grabbing, and zoning outside. Alright? He grabs, I zone, step outside to the escort position. So I want you to actually pull yourself, elongate his arm, makes it weaker. Bring your hand around, straight down and grab, as I'm pulling myself around either here or here. Alright, so as he grabs, I pull. Okay, that's for cross hand grab. Now we're going same side. Same side grab. I want to keep my other hand up because he's getting ready probably to punch me here. I want to take my elbow and I want to place it to his elbow here. That will release the hand portion as I start to pop it in here. Now, as I step in and pry, my wrist width is about 3.5 inches. As I step in and pry, I'm going to turn my wrist sideways to pry it out. Again, I'm just not pulling my hand out. I'm actually prying it and turning the wrist over. It's almost like I'm bumping elbows together. As I pull out, I'm going to hook the wrist and come into escort position. So as he grabs, step and move. Grabs, cover, step, grab, hook escort, or grab escort. Okay, one more time. Here, grab, step, and hook. That's for same side defense. Two-hand grab. Two-hand grab, the person grabs both hands. If the person has a real good grip, and it's hard for me to get my hand out, I probably want to throw a distraction technique out. That could be kicking him to the shins, could be popping him to the face, could be pushing him to the dragon's lair right here, pushing in and then down. If I have enough hand in the middle here, I can grab it and pull it through. Grab it, pull it through. If the person is real strong, I may want to go ahead and pop, then grab and get away. So if the person has a logger grip or the carpenter grip and they have real strong hands and you can't get away, go ahead and distract by hitting, poking, kneeing, because they're tying up both of their weapons on your hand. Some of the other techniques would work also, and that's coming around the outside here, as long as you can do it quickly, but I would add a distraction technique to it ahead of time, where I can kick, hit, come around. All the techniques that we've taught here today are the same exact ones where if he's grabbing onto my gun, these are the same techniques techniques I want to use. He's grabbing here, okay? Use it here, come through. If he grabs with one hand, cross hand, I can use the same ones to control. Same side, bring it out, come back. Another release that works well with the weapon or two hand is he grabs here. All right, I pry inside, pop the hands off. Okay, I'll do it with this hand to be able to see a little bit better. As he grabs, I slide my hand in, get it to the end. I'm going to pop my elbow up. I'm going to pop my elbow up and turn my hips and pull back. Okay, this one works particularly well if I have a firearm and he grabs onto it with both hands to where I can get it, pop it, pull the gun back to a combat ready position. Okay, escort position. Standard escort position. We have grabbing the wrist. When I grab the wrist, I will grab around with these two fingers. All right? The thumb and this finger. This thumb, this finger. Okay? This thumb, this finger. I will grab around. It's like you're checking the pulse. All right? I'll rotate the palm back towards me, pull it in tight. I will either grab or I will hook. Either one's okay. If I'm escorting the person out of the bar, this is a good position right here. I have some control because I can flow on his resistance. If he starts to pull his hand in towards his chest, I can flow in to a gooseneck. If he's just dragging his arm behind him as he's pulling away, I can flow into palm forward. So, escort position begins here or here. Some of the things that can help your escort position. Foot trap. Foot trap here helps him from pivoting around. Okay. Also, I can use my elbow. As I pull him across, I can drive the elbow on the side. Gives that little bit of an arch. And also this hand here is kind of like the windshield wiper. If he's going to come up and slap me, okay, I want to be able to deflect it. As he slaps, I'm actually pulling the arm here and shooting my arm through. It kind of cuts it off. All right, kind of cuts it off here. If he grabs onto my hand, okay, I rotate it over here and I go basically into just like an armbar takedown. Okay, it works real well. So while if you're here, if they grab, bring it right underneath, here to a takedown position. Shoulder shift. Shoulder shift is where I'm holding his arm tight, leaning forward, and I'm flicking with my shoulder down. Okay, that breaks his balance long enough to give me a chance to set up a takedown. So, if I have him here, and I hook it up, all I'm doing is bending forward, and I'm shoulder shifting forward. Okay, I'm just using my shoulder. So if he starts to slap me, and I feel it, I can deflect it forward, sets up into the armbar takedown, or maybe even a hair hold takedown. So the shoulder shift doesn't look like a lot, but it works quite well. Okay, takedowns. All right, sit up here. Okay, armbar takedown begins from the escort position here. Okay, I rotate my arm around to this position, still holding the wrist tight, just like I'm driving a screw right into my hip. I'm pivoting around behind me, pushing him down, giving the order down, 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 down. I'll end up with this arm in the back of the tricep, this hand around the wrist, bending it, pushing with my knee, pulling it down in this position. Okay, one more time from a different angle. Do it from the back. Okay, here. Again, I'm rotating the arm over, bending forward, pivoting around, taking him down, 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 down. I'll end up here. Notice there's a triangle position. Shoulder, knee, knee. Wrist is bent. Try to keep the arm straight along the body. Hold down here. Okay, cuffing position. Okay, I'll hold the person here. There's a counter joint on the shoulder, elbow, and the wrist. To take him to cuffing position, I'll keep the palm on the back of the deltoid. Bend this wrist over. Okay, locking this into a sambo arm lock. Put my hand here, pivot to the head, bring it up. Okay, we'll do it sideways here from the angle again. Okay, head right over here. Okay, have the arm bar position here. Place the hand, roll my hips back, bend the arm over. If he starts to resist from here, I'm just prying up with the arm, that puts pressure on the shoulder. Okay, I'm not putting pressure on the shoulder, I'm just rotating around. Put pressure, knee on the neck, bring the arm up. Notice I'm catching it with the bend of my arm. Rehook around, bend the fingers over. Okay, now I'm ready to cuff. All right, that's at the end of basically all of our takedowns would be going to cuffing position. Okay, we have rear throw takedown. Rear throw takedown, we have basically two that we teach. One is from the escort position, and the other is from same side or cross hand grab. We'll start off with the easiest one to see,